Welcome back. This video is a continuation of my 2025 Liner Planner January ADHD video. I just wanted to apologize again for sounding so choppy during that video. I wasn't feeling well, but I still pushed through that and try to accomplish goals to the best I can at that time. So I appreciate you watching it and giving me grace through talking so choppy on it. So today we're going to talk about productivity. Productivity is a part of my life that I truly began focusing on last year in 2024. I started the hunt for strategies, and I found the Getting Things Done videos, so I started implementing the Getting Things Done method. But that wasn't enough for me with my ADHD. So I've been working to revise the method and kind of eclectically put together my own system. The system that I'm going to review today is my most updated version of it, and I wanted to go ahead and get this out because I'm going to still add to it, and as I add to it, I will come back and let you know what the changes are. But if this method that I show you today you think is valuable or helpful to you, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any suggestions, please leave that in the comments also. So, in my Hobonichi cousin, I started writing down some keywords for 2025. Productivity is number one. Success, being kind, and using strategies. So far, these four are things that I'm really targeting in 2025. So let me move this out the way for a moment. I was researching to see why my motivation has been so low. That is a huge issue for me right now, and it's kind of new because I've always been type A personality. Get things done early, way before it's due, so that I can go back and review it before I hand it in at school or turn it in at work. So this has been very disheartening to me that I am lacking motivation. In my research, I saw that menopause can cause a lack of motivation. Initially, I thought it was because of my health issues, so I really feel like it's a combination of my health issues and menopause. So I want to read this to you briefly about menopause and lack of motivation. What is menopause-related motivation? Have you found yourself increasingly putting off things that you used to do? Perhaps you catch yourself wandering around aimlessly when you know you have things to do. Menopause could be behind it. Lack of motivation in menopause can leave you feeling that you can't be bothered to do things you used to do. You might feel like staying in bed or watching TV instead of getting out and going about. Work or any activity can feel like a huge effort. In short, you feel like you lost your mojo. So many menopause symptoms end with lack of motivation and low self-esteem. They include anxiety, mood swings, and depression, brain fog, memory issues, and fatigue. Physical symptoms of menopause like hot flashes, night sweats, joint pain can also affect motivation. These symptoms can lead you to stop exercising, which in turn leads to lower energy levels, weight gain, and a drop of overall feeling of well-being. You might stop seeing your friends, taking part in social activities, or putting yourself forward for tasks or promotions at work. So, what causes the lack of motivation with menopause? Like most symptoms of menopause, loss of motivation may result from a reduction in estrogen and possibly testosterone. Loss of estrogen is the cause of most physiological and physical symptoms. So I just wanted to read this to you because I really truly believe that my motivation just tanked once I went into menopause. And so I need strategies to help me deal with that, with the menopause and ADHD. So I just wanted to share this with you. So part of my strategy is to use the I Kept an Agenda productivity matrix. And I will go over the matrix with you right now. So the two measures are skill set. Do you have a high skill set or low skill set? And motivation or internal drive. Do you have high drive or low drive? So using these variables, I have come up with strategies to address all four quadrants of this matrix. So A is when you have high motivation and high skill to do something. That could be art or typing or data entry. You just really have a high skill set with it, and your motivation to get it done is high. So the strategy for A, high motivation and high skill, is to go ahead and just get it done. B involves low motivation and high skill sets. So basically, an example of this for me is doing reports in school. I have very low motivation, but I really have a high skill set with it. So the strategies to deal with low motivation and high skill set is to reconnect with why I'm doing it. Break out of routine, focus on small wins, and use my inbox task analysis tool. With this tool, I will establish rewards, break the task into manageable steps, and set accountability measures. So this one is very important, and I just summed it up as rewards on this chart. Next is C, high motivation and low skill set. So for example, planning for me right now is a low skill set. I'm still learning and immersing myself in the community, but I have a very high motivation to learn it and master it. So the strategies for C is to acknowledge your motivation, use the inbox task analysis to break down the skill into small, manageable steps, establish rewards, and ask for help from a mentor or a coach. So in some of my videos, I ask for suggestions, but also I ask for suggestions on other people's videos, because the things that I'm seeing out here is just really phenomenal that people are putting out with planning. So D is low motivation and low skill set. So for example, for me, low motivation and low skill set is exercise. I've never been an athletic person. I've always been kind of a nerd. And then as I got older, I went to school, and large portions of my job required me to sit. So I would say that like me going to the gym and working out is very low skill set. So to address D, set rewards for efforts, not just results. So every time that I even try I'm going to establish something to reward myself with. And that's going to help me build the momentum to go ahead and implement it. Find external sources of motivation. So one of the things that I'm going to do, and I will come back and share it with you, is to systematically address low motivation and low skill with the hero's journey method. And you can look up the hero's journey if you're not familiar with it. It's really good, and it explains a lot about the processes that we go through in life. And then again, use my inbox task analysis to break the skill down into manageable steps. So for me, what I'm planning on doing for low motivation and low skill set is to address performing a literature review for school. So for the next 6 months, that will be my focus, and I'm going to implement the hero's journey to be successful with its implementation. So I wanted to show you an adaptation of the getting things done method. Just give me 1 second. I gotta find the page. Okay, so I still have the Getting Things Done brain dump inbox in this planner. So I have 2 pages so far that I can use for implementing the strategy as it was written. But I have added my own productivity tool to accompany the Getting Things Done method. So with the productivity tool, as I enter things in my inbox, I'm going to analyze if it's A, B, C, or D that it's falling under. So if I wrote down exercise, I would put a check mark in D and know that I need to follow the strategies for D. And then also I have sticky notes that I can use to take with me, take this method or the goal with me outside of the house, because this book will stay home. So with the productivity tool, as you can see, I have it color coordinated, and this will tell me what strategies to implement. Okay, so as I have said several times in this, B, C, and D involve using the inbox task analysis. So I want to go over what that is again. So a task analysis involves breaking down a complex skill or project into smaller, more manageable steps. This systematic process helps to alleviate anxiety sometimes associated with large projects. So in this chart, I broke down all of the skills involved for making recycled paper. So the steps involved in this project is to collect paper from the recycling bins, sort the paper by color and grade, shred the paper into smaller bits. So as you can see, the skills progress through until I complete the last step, which is to allow the paper to dry. I have a start date and an end date on this chart so that I can hold myself accountable to how long it's taking me to get things done. And accountability is critical for ADHD and dealing with these menopause symptoms. So lastly, I wanted to show you how using my system addresses ADHD. So daily planning ideas for ADHD. Um, Break your day into manageable chunks in the morning, afternoon, or evening. So that addresses B and C. B and C. Um, Checklist with immediate rewards. Reward yourself for completing tasks with something simple. For example, a snack, a break, or something fun. And that addresses B, C, and D. Use a brain dump section. That addresses all four, A, B, C, and D. So weekly planning, again, is to use a flexible to-do list, and that's the brain dump. And monthly, identify 1 to 3 goals for the month and break those goals into weekly tasks. And that's the inbox task analysis method, this one. So I've spent a lot of time trying to implement these strategies for my life, and I've found a lot of success with it. So using this method is also incorporated into my January everyday carry calendar, and I highlighted it here, but I need to go through this a little bit more so it's complete by the time I start carrying this out. So lastly, I want to show you how this looks in my Hobonichi cousin. I've already went over the sticky notes that I can use. This says, always remember why you started. And that was a huge method. And that was a huge strategy. So for example, it says reconnect with why I'm doing it. So I put this sticker here, always remember why you started, to go along with this aspect of the strategy. So here I have my productivity tool with the colors highlighted for each strategy. A blank task analysis that I'm going to fill out for completing a literature review, and extra space for an inbox. And the way this is structured, I used washi tape so I can continue adding more inboxes as I go along. So I hope that you understood what I was trying to express to you with my method. Please let me know if it was clear to you. If not, I will work on making more videos discussing the method. But I wanted you to know that this method will be incorporated into the planners that I'm going to sell. So once again, thank you for being patient with me and following my planning journey, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.